Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, University, Madurai, Chennai.
Good evening, one and all present here. There is just a small technical issue. We'll just get back. 1 second. No?
Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, University, Madurai, Chennai. Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, University, Madurai, Chennai. Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, University, Madurai, Chennai.
Artificial intelligence is good at describing the world as it is today with all of its biases, but it does not know how the world should be. A warm welcome to the chief guest of today's event, Mr.Y.Rajasekhar, Senior Information Technology Developer, Sweden, and to all the academicians, faculty members, scholars, and students of various other institutions across the globe. Today, we have us with our studio Dr. S. Manivannan, Dean Phase 2 Campus, Dr. A.R. Arunachalam, HOD Computer Science Department of Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, Chennai. I am Vijayalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr.M.G.R. Educational Research Institute will be hosting today's event. Artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like humans and mimic their actions. The term may also be applied to any machines that exhibit traits associated with a human mind, such as learning and problem solving. Now, I would like to invite Dr. A.R. Arunachalam, HOD, Department of Computer Science Phase 2 of Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute to welcome the gathering.
Am I visible and audible, ma'am? So, very good evening to one and all present here. On behalf of Department of Computer Science, Dr. M.G.R. Educational Research Institute, Adayalampattu Phase 2 Campus, I would like to welcome you all to this international webinar on the role of artificial intelligence in customer experience. To start with, I would like to thank our Honorable President Engineer A.C.S. Arun Kumar sir for giving us this opportunity to conduct this today's event. And I really thank him for his enormous support towards organizing a lot of activities. Next, I would like to welcome the Dean of Phase 2 Campus, Dr. S. Manivannan, who is with us today on the studio to deliver the felicitation address. Please welcome, sir. Next, I would like to welcome the speaker of today's function, Mr.Y.Rajasekhar, who is a senior information technology developer at NORDEA, Sweden. I'm very proud to say that he's an alumni of our university. So thank you so much, Mr. Rajasekhar, for accepting our invite to deliver this wonderful webinar today on a very important topic. And last but not the least, I would like to welcome all the other dignitaries, executives, deans, HODs, faculty members, and students for this international webinar. I'm really very happy to say that more than 500 participants have registered for this international webinar. As you all know, I mean, we have always been a customer of a particular product. We buy a product, and obviously we become a customer of the particular product. So we always belong to the customer community. And most of the business, if you look at, I think without a customer, there is no business. So there is always very important things with regards to the customer experience, customer service, customer interaction, and a lot of things, no? Because making the customer feel much comfortable is always very important for any organization. I think AI is playing a major role with regards to the customer experience. So because of that, we are able to see a lot of things now popping up, something like we have been used to chatbots, we have been used to virtual assistants. So I mean, a few years back, I mean, we had people who have direct interaction with the customer, but now machines are becoming smarter. We train the machines, and machines obviously started interacting with people. I think according to Microsoft in 2025, I think more than 95% of the customer interaction is going to be with the help of AI. So you can see how important AI is playing a major role, especially with regards to the customer experience. Apart from this, I could say a lot of other examples, something like we might be watching movies, videos, we might be listening to music. So based on our past history, the system automatically recommends the movies or maybe music based on our past history. And apart from this, now the customer support or maybe the customer interaction is now made 24/7, no? Because of the systems being able to interact with the people, it's almost available 24/7. So you can see how well AI is playing a vital role, especially with regards to the customer experience. And today, the speaker whom we have is really having a vast experience, especially in that particular field. So definitely this session is definitely going to be a valuable session. So at the end of the day, definitely there will be a good takeaway. So on behalf of the department and as well as on behalf of the university, I once again welcome all the participants to this international webinar on the role of AI, especially in the customer experience. And I also like to welcome the speaker once again, as well as Dean, who is with us today on the studio. So have a great day and have a great session too.
Thank you so much, sir, for the informative address. May I now request Dr. S. Manivannan, Dean of Phase 2 Campus, Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, to deliver the felicitation address.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to present the felicitation address for this wonderful program. This pandemic has done many changes in our day-to-day life, especially the programs like these are really new. If one would have told, say for example, 1 year back about online program like this, participating international webinar, it may be a topic which we can't believe immediately. But today, everything is possible because of our attempt. Technology is there, even it was there on yesterday also. But today we are trying. This is because of the COVID situation. I think personally, you all are healthy and safe. Good evening again. Today, I could see the excellent program by Department of Computer Science, especially the topic is so interesting, artificial intelligence and its application to the customer experience by our beloved alumni, Mr. Rajasekhar, joining from Sweden. I have personally handled a few subjects to Mr. Rajasekhar during his undergraduate days. He is such a sincere person, used to deliver the expectations of a teacher, especially. He used to be much sincere in the laboratories, especially. I've handled some instrumentation subjects. He used to be such a sincere person. Today, I'm really happy that he is in such a position and giving back to the university in terms of delivering a very good topic for the webinar. Thank you, Mr. Rajasekhar. Really, we all are proud of you. Of course, I wanted to personally thank our beloved President Engineer ACS Arun Kumar and beloved Vice Chancellor Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi Madam for encouraging us, motivating us in order to achieve many goals like this. Today, I am really happy in this semester. Our Adayalampattu Phase 2 campus. Yesterday, we have submitted our progress report. Also, we have seen nearly 38 or 39 events were conducted. This is actually 40th event of this semester alone. I am not counting the events which is being conducted before the June, from June to mid of the June to till date. Totally, there would be around 60 working days, and today I am happily sharing the information. We have conducted more than 40 events. That is the outcome of the hard work rendered by the HODs like Dr. Arunachalam, and especially today the appreciation goes to Dr. Arunachalam. This would be the second or third webinar for this semester itself. Congratulations to you, Dr. Arunachalam sir, and of course your team has done a wonderful job. Congratulations, Mrs. Vijayalakshmi. Of course, today we could see a very good number of participation count, nearly 500 registrations from the words of Dr. Arunachalam. I understand. Hope this webinar is going to be a useful one for all the persons who are attending this wonderful program. With these few words, let me pay way for the speaker to share his technical knowledge to the beloved participants. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir, for the encouragement and the informative address. May I now request the technical team to play the profile video of the speaker.
A very good evening to everyone present here. It gives me great pleasure in introducing our chief guest, Mr.Y.Rajasekhar, Senior Information Technology Developer, NORDEA, Sweden. Mr. Rajashekhar's educational qualification. He completed his Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics and Instrumentation from Rajarajeshwari Engineering College affiliated to Anna University, Chennai from 2005 to 2009. His work experience. He's an IT professional with over 10 years of experience in contact center domain and enterprise application both on-premises and cloud. He started his career as a software engineer application developer for Lattice Bridge Infotech India from 2010 to 2012. He then worked as a senior technical leader CC Design and Delivery in Smart Connect Technologies India from 2012 to 2017. He then worked as a senior network designer CCE in British Telecom in India, London and Newcastle in 2017 to 2019. From 2019 till date, he is working as a senior IT developer, Contact Center Solutions, NORDEA, Sweden. His areas of expertise: Genesis VoIP technologies, voice and CE services application development, Genesis integration with Google ASR and TTS for voice bot using IBM Watson chatbot, Genesis integration with Nuance ASR and TTS, Google Dialogflow cloud integration, Siebel CRM integrations, Salesforce CRM integration, GMS integration, and Genesis rules system. Some of his key contributions: he was instrumental in designing the contact center design for both on-premise and cloud-based. He was a lead from the front to develop application for both voice and e-services solution. He was a key contributor for project strategic plans and execution. He designed training materials and presentations for the new or next batches, and he also saved clients from bad customer experience. Some of his key projects: NORDEA Sweden, British Telecom India London Newcastle, Apple India, Y-Axis India, Tata Sky India, and Singapore Airlines India and Singapore. His certifications and awards: he's an Informat 8 consultant, Genesis Certified Professional GCP. He's a GVP routing developer, Genesis Certified Professional GCP. He received appreciation from project sponsors, program director in Genesis PS for key contribution to Tata Sky project success, and he also trained Genesis Solution to Avaya Cisco Contact Center export batches. So on behalf of Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, we really thank him for gracing us with his presence and wish him good luck for all his future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, team. We are indeed lucky to have a person of core experience and knowledge among us. Thank you for accepting our invitation, sir. So before we march into the session, we have a note for the participants. We have short question and answer session at the end of the event. So you can post your questions in the comment section. Regarding the feedback form is available in the description box. It will be active from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I repeat, the feedback form is available in the description box. It will active from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And regarding the certificates, it will reach you by a maximum of 3 days. Without any further delay, may I request Mr. Y.Rajasekhar to please take over the session and enrich us with the knowledge.
Yes. Hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can able to hear you.
Yes. 1 minute.
Okay.
Because I hear my voice back, so I'm thinking to mute my mic. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So, is it audible?
Yes, sir, audible.
Okay. Thank you. So hello all. Hope everyone is doing good. And I would like to thank Mr. Manivannan for considering me and giving this or sharing the knowledge whatever I have possessed in the last 10 years in contact center domain.
Mr. Rajasekhar, sorry to disturb, but I can hear the echo.
Okay. Okay. Everyone can hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can able to hear you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry. And let's start the topic, the role of AI in customer experience. Okay, so I have just started with thanking Mr. Manivannan for giving me this opportunity and considering me. Being an alumni, I'm really glad to share my experience, which I have gained in the last 10 years working in the contact center. And second thing is, I have to thank Mr. Arun, who was coordinating with me for the last 10 days for the topic which I'm going to speak. And he gave me a lot of valuable inputs, which will really helpful for everyone who have joined the session. And as you have seen my profile, I have started my career as a developer in a Java and C++. And then I got an opportunity to work with a leading contact center provider called as Genesis. And I have started my career in Genesis by developing the basic routing applications and then front-ending, meeting the business, getting the requirements, understanding how to give a better experience for the customer, not only from the routing perspective, from it's like complete customer experience perspective. And then I had an opportunity to get into a lot of e-services like chat, email. And then as technology evolved, I got involved in integrating with voice bots, chat bots, different customers. So I have worked with DTH providers, bankings, airlines. Everyone have their own way of treating or pleasuring the customers with the best way they can. So the ultimate goal of every business is to give a personalized experience to the customer. It's like it's like how you welcome the customer, how you take care of him. He should really feel wow that being your customer, and who doesn't want to leave your organization. So when it comes to this point where the customer satisfaction is very important, as a human, we cannot keep coding so much with the data which is available, which is there in our system, and to get or to reach that level. So that's where we feel this AI integration to the contact center is very important. And that is where the algorithms, that's where the data scientists, that's where the data models, everyone comes into the picture. Because when you have such a big data, when you do not know the AI algorithms, the data is just rows and columns. So you have to really use that in a good way, so that that you can give a better experience to your customer. I'm talking very generic because it differs on each and every business you work on. Everyone wants to give a different kind of experience to their customer. Like I've seen few customers who knows that customer will be always sticking with them, who don't want to go to next level. But I have seen some new innovative companies who do lot of steps, who take a lot of investments on designing these algorithms, or to work on these automations, train the machines, and giving a better experience. So let's talk about that more in this presentation. I think I thought of giving a lot of examples, but I don't want to put my examples initially. So I'll go through some slides. Initially, it might be theoretical, but I'll make sure I will give you some real-time experience when I go to the later part of the session. So start with, let's talk about what is this. I think I've seen so many webinars, at least from MGR, that people talking about AI, people talking about machine language, deep learning. So it's like it looks like the machine learning and deep learning people should be having so much knowledge about it as of now. So I don't want to take my time on explaining that to you. Hope everyone is aware of what we're going to talk about. I'm going to give you a use cases, like how we use in our industry, in our customer service, in our contact center industry, that how we want to use this AI. So as I heard from Mr. Arun saying that Microsoft have already said, like, in year of 2025, 95% of all the customer interactions will be through the channels supported by artificial intelligence. And it's not so easy to achieve that because we cannot replace the humans. Everyone would require to reach to speak with an agent when they are in emergency. We can try to achieve something. We can keep training our machines with a lot of inputs, make sure like it will answer the customers' interactions. But AI is there for last 20-30 years technically in the back end. So every year it evolves. Every year the percentage of customer satisfaction increases with lot of data you gather, because you need a lot of space to breathe. There are a lot of data available. You have to read case by case to get it done. So talking about this role of AI, that is what I feel the AI is required in contact center. And to read the sentence clearly, today the leading enterprise have sorted through the hype surrounding artificial intelligence and are investing in sophisticated technology to augment their customer experience efforts. And in the same way, artificial intelligence can be successfully employed to provide an intelligent, convenient, and informed customer experience at any point along the customer journey. So as the statement itself clearly explains, This is what I feel the role of AI in the customer experience. So let's go to the next slide. I'll talk about the need of AI in the customer experience. The picture itself clearly explains what I'm trying to talk. Being a customer, you and me, what we do is we get some promotions in our mobile, we get some promotions in the websites, we go there, we buy the product, and we feel the job is done. But when you think from the business perspective, your information, the customer's information, is scattered in different ways. Like, the customer information is scattered in technical support, or in the online help, or in the logistics, or in the voice of customers, or in the billing and payments. There are a lot of sections where you would like to have the customer data, and where you would like to validate the data, so that you can build some algorithms based on which you can treat the customer accordingly. For example, I'll give you a real time example. When you buy something in Flipkart, let's talk about logistics. I think I've seen logistics is. So you would be informed about your product at each and every step, where it is ordered, where it is current status of it, or when it is going to be delivered. You will be having different medias, like you will be having an SMS coming to you, you will be having an email update to you. So these are all something we consider as AI. We reduce the amount of calls which is coming to the call center by proactively interacting with customers. So in the technical, in the backend, we write the algorithms to do all these steps. So this is what we feel, very important. And as the content in this slide says, the customer experience is competitive driver for the growth when successful, and greatest source of risk when failing. And the data insights are one of the primary tools for customer service enhancement. And this is what we feel. Actually, I have taken this content by Mr. Will Thiel. He's one of the great person who has given this content, and he has a good books published about how can the customer experience can be given with AI. If everyone have more interest on this, you can go and search for Will Thiel's documents. That's very helpful. And ultimately, I am trying to explain this, that how we are going to use the data which is sleeping in the system for years. Because consider an Indian bank which is there for more than 20-30 years now. So much of data about the customers, and it's just junk now. If they're going, I'm just saying the name of the Indian bank is for an example. So if they're going to implement some real good logics or real good algorithms on reading the pulse of customer, how much of customer they have, why they are leaving to the private sector banks than being in a national sector banks, that will help them to retain their customers. That's something which I'm talking about, the data now. So again, the data scientist plays a big role here. I personally myself, I have trained in Informat. I'm a certified consultant who work on the data of the contact center. So for example, in the current contact center in the current contact center domain where I work, I have customers reaching to my bank in different channels. People call to IVR, people come through the mobile application, people write email, people go to Facebook and write about us, and Twitter they tweet about us. And different ways people reach to us. So it's like in different places I have the customer data lying, and my job is to understand when a customer comes next time, the reason for his call or the reason why he is reaching to the contact center. How can I proactively give a better experience? So as a data specialist, I will be modeling my tables like, I think as being in a computer language, I have many fact tables and dimension tables technically, designed, to gather the data and make things fall at the right place. So and I know I'm going deeper into my knowledge of data science and all those stuffs, but bringing up AI over there, writing I think a deep learning algorithm over this data, whichever we have, it's going to give us patterns, or which is going to help us to analyze the customers reason to calling us, due to which we would like to limit the calls to the contact center, because our contact center agents cannot be available 24/7, and it's very costly. And we don't want a contact center getting filled with calls and customer waiting in a queue for 2 hours and he is really unhappy. So all those stuffs are very important for a business to run. So personally, I'll give you one of my example. There was a personal incident for me where I had a connection with one of the leading telecom providers in India, and I had some connection where I've seen some automatically my balance has been detected, and when I went back, they said uh, like you have been some activated packages, and due to which we have detected some amount, and which ended up after a lot of conversation that I have to pay the money for the service which I have not utilized. And definitely I'm not gonna go to that telecom provider for the next time, where instead in this case, we can make sure that this kind of customer who wants to end the services can be treated in a better way because they are really unhappy. And each and every customer is valuable, that everyone knows, but how we going to retain them, how we going to get those customers back into the system, that things has to be really makes a business to survive in this very competitive world. And so that's one of my experience, so that's what I'm trying to expand from this slide. And let's see, the orchestration personalized experiences across channels. So this diagram should explain by itself is what I feel. We have a streaming data. What's a streaming data? The place where the data comes from about the customer. We can see from the cloud, yes, from the CRM, we can get the customer data, or from the website and the mobile, as everyone uses it. For example, when you go to an Amazon or a Flipkart website, and when you keep searching, for example, you want to buy a laptop, and you search for a laptop, so we know what is your current emotion, or what's your current feel is like, what are you looking to buy. And similarly, you might have called to IVR, maybe if, for example, if you're having a DTH in your home and it's not working, and you have called it earlier, like yesterday, or you're going to shift your house from one place to other place, and you want some services to be reinstalled in a new place. So you have already shared your information by calling to your business yesterday. So it's like we have the different sources where the data can be extracted. And whenever the customer comes, and whenever he's going to reach to an agent, or whenever he's going to reach to a chat bot or a voice bot, we do not want to ask, hi, may I know your name? Hi, may I know, can you identify himself? Or it's like, hi, may I know why are you calling? That again frustrates the customer. Instead of asking him so much of repeated questions, how are you going to touch him personalized? So when someone is going to come with so much of irritation, how are you going to address, like, hello, hi, Mr. X here. I know you're calling because of this. I know your work order is in this status. You might expect our people reaching to you in next couple of hours. That message is more, that message will give the customer a better experience than holding him for a call for 2 hours. So, in this pandemic situations, I personally had so much of situation, so many scenarios, like I had my tickets canceled with the airlines. I couldn't reach the airlines because even every agents were not going out, even they are in home, and no contact center were in cloud earlier. Everyone is like in the premises. And we had so much of issues reaching to a contact center agent, where if we have thought about this AI and algorithms a bit earlier, we would have helped a lot of customers, at least a customer like me who doesn't know whether his scheduled flight tomorrow will fly or not. So we were in airport for so many hours. We don't know what's happening. No one is responding. And at last we have to come back to home because our flights are canceled and we had not got any prior information about it. So, this kind of experiences will make me to never book a ticket with that airline. And we would like to see a better airline who can charge us more, but who can give a pleasant experience. So that's why, I'm most concentrating on customer experiences. Like in this pandemic times, when no agents are there, when you have less people roaming in the city, so no one is there to suggest you, the algorithms can be written over the data what you have, and you can predict why customer is calling, and you can service them accordingly. So from this picture, I feel it explains like the streaming data which is coming me will be helping us to know me and remember me. That means you know the customer, you can remember the customer, why he is calling, and you can have a dynamic customer profile built every day based on his time he spent in your application. For example, you are running a hotel reservation or hotel website or booking website, like consider like you're running a Yatra or Go IBO website. So every day by the way the customer searches in your website, like what is his holiday plan is, where he's going to go next month, or when he is going to go, or which airlines he's going to prefer. So you will be having a dynamic profile for a customer, and whenever in a real-time engagement, you can keep sending him emails or SMS, or you can give alerts in the mobile app saying like, so hi, the destination which you are looking for your holiday have some offers, or you can save some 5,000 rupees when you book this restaurant instead of this restaurant. So that is how you keep engaging your customers based on his data, what you have. That is what increases the customer base in your business, which you're going to have or people already have. So I think I'm making my point clear here, that how the data we have from a different customers base, and how are we going to write algorithms. And I know the time will be taken to write the algorithms. It's not something which you directly write some couple of lines of code and you get the solution. No, every day you have to train your algorithms, but getting the feedbacks from the customer. You would have seen in websites something will be popped up saying like, do you think this information is relative to you? Or then you say yes, then that means like the prediction of the AI is increased for that particular organization. So you have to train your AI, and that's how you have to give an orchestrated experience. It doesn't matter you chat with an agent for 30 minutes, and then after that you feel, no, this agent or this chatbot doesn't understand my issue, so I'm going to call to this company. So you call to this company and say, hi, I was just having a conversation with your chatbot. Then the agent should know, yes, I've seen the chat, you've been asking my chatbot about my flights, when it's going to schedule, or when it's going to go, or you're going to ask about some of my product details. I'll be happy to help you. So the customer feels like, okay, the 30 minutes which he spent on the chatbot is not a time waste, whereas the information whatever he did with the chatbot has been sent to an agent, because though the channels are different, because initially you have been chatting in a chat window in your browser, and then you are in a telephone. So these channels has to be tightly integrated in the backend. So for example, you might have some emails, you might have tweeted something like at the airline, and you would have said, sorry, your flights are not flying. Then the customer contact center customer should understand the pulse of a customer when they are calling in. So it's not simple. We need to have some algorithms in the background which will tell to the agent automatically that this customer is very unsatisfied, and the reason for his unsatisfaction is his flight has been cancelled and we have not called. Though it was a mistake, it was not a mistake of airline, it's a mistake of everyone, the pandemic which has caused for the flight cancellation. But customer would be happy to to get informed that, I'm sorry sir, we are canceling the flights. So even the basic information from your algorithms can keep the customer coming back to the business again and again. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to explain in this slide. Okay, and let's go to the next slide. Let's see, what are the uses of artificial intelligence to boost the customer experience measurement? So first one is like, use AI-based text analytics to analyze customer feedback. Oh yes, you should be able to understand the text which is given by the customer when he's chatting with you, or when he's drafting an email to you. You have to, we have to, it's not you, anyone who writes algorithms can fall under this. When we write these algorithms, we have to understand the pulse of a customer, and we have to act accordingly. That's what I'm trying to say. For example, the picture which you say clearly says like, a customer can write anything in a social media, or he can say anything in the call center, or anything he would have been promised when he is buying a product in his agreement, or any from his service. All these data, you should see where what is the real pulse of a customer. For example, I can tell you, a customer going to an hotel, and he or she was asked the feedback about the hotel experience, and he's just saying, okay, I give you 9 out of 10. Then after a week, he remembers that, okay, that hotel doesn't have the smoke-free zones, which my kids were very much uncomfortable. Then he writes something in the Twitter, says like, this particular hotel doesn't have a smoke-free zone, it's not recommended for kids. Then though the customer was happy in one channel, in a feedback channel, but he has given a very harsh comment about the hotel in the social media. So the by the feedback from which the organization has got from the survey, the organization should not consider, okay, all my customers are happy. No, it's not totally wrong, because the same customer has given a wrong feedback or a negative feedback in a different media. So I feel a algorithm should run by gathering the information about the same customer from different channels, and should rate or should be transparently telling how happy the customers are about your product. So that's what I was trying to explain in this slide. And also I have given an example, like there will be a comment saying like, airline X has never responded to my complaint, I love being ignored. This is a sarcastic comment. So if someone has to if your algorithm has to understand that, okay, this comment is a sarcastic, it's not a positive comment, it looks like a negative comment, then this comes from training, how much training you're giving to your algorithms. And you can see here, I have seen this, and I would like to highlight that there are some researchers in IIT Mumbai have developed a deep learning algorithm that do hard tasking of detecting the sarcasm in the text. That's good. That's very good for any organization who wants to give a good experience to customer, can run these algorithms and act accordingly when a customer reaches you, or you can proactively reach the customer. So in the same way, we have something called speech analytics with auditory cues. Yes, you can, for example, the calls whichever the agent and the customer speaks, we always have the calls recorded in our system, and we can write an algorithm to see the voice tone of the customer in the call. Like for example, if the voice tone of the customer raises or comes down, or why he is angry, what could be the reason why he is angry, or what made him unhappy. So you can analyze the voice or the speech. You have different technologies in the market, everyone will be aware of it, that which can transcript the speech, and which from the transcript you can understand what the customer wants, and you can make some speech bots speak to the customer when your agents are not there. So it's completely like how you gonna write the algorithm with the transcripts of the voice. So I feel this is one of the way where the AI can be used. And the other way is emotion AI. Oh yes, there was also a statement said like by 2022 a personal device will know more about the emotional state than your own family. That means that's true, because I have seen everyone having a smartwatch in their wrist nowadays, and smartwatch is something which can measure your heart rate and everything, all your, at least when you're training or when you're really not feeling well, and all these are information again. And these informations, if it is collected by any of your applications whichever you're using, for example, when you want to call to the hospital, and based on your information from from your smartwatch that the customer whoever is calling is having a high heart rate, or his heart rate is more, he can be prioritized accordingly, and he can be answered, because it looks like some emergency for him. Maybe you met with an accident, or someone met with an accident, and his heart rate will be totally high, and when he reaches to a contact center, how you going to send the ambulance to his location from the by getting the location from the devices they have. So a lot of things can be everything is just, I'm just saying this from my imagination. So everyone can have their own imagination and their own algorithms. All they want is data. How they going to get this data? Is the data available to them? So once the data is available, then how we are going to create experiences, it's a next question. But I'm just thinking like these are all the parts where we can think something loud and get some solution. Yeah. And then it's predictive engagement. I think this example is very simple, and everyone lives with this every day. We everyone go to online purchases. We go to Amazon website, we check for any product, and when we check, it automatically predicts what is your need is, and it keeps showing you a lot of products, and it doesn't want to leave you. It wants to make sure you are a prospect and you will become a customer of that product soon. So the predictive way of engaging your customers based on his behavior or his likelihood in the website. So when you keep clicking on the suggested products which is given by the website, that shows like how interested are you, like how eager are you. So it will try to give you better offers every day until you buy a product. So it remembers a pattern for a customer, and it predicts how it can improve the business. So that applies for all the industry. That can be for the hotel industry or for the travel industry, or that applies for any e-commerce websites. This is the algorithm which runs in the back end of the website to predict the customer pulse. Yeah. And I have something written like, okay, the predictive engagement transform website sales conversion with AI and machine learning. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. And AI enabled predictive engagement capabilities let you know the customer information and behaviors in the real time. With this information, predict the right moment to engage with the customer. I think I'll be glad to give you a real-time example, which I think will excite you when you see how I'll talk about the example of Genesis. How we can really predict the customer and hold him with us and give him a better experience. So let's see. Hope things are clear and I'm not rushing. Let's say predictive engagement AI in customer experience. Okay, I wrote something. And it started like this. Let's say I'm going to talk about two things here. One is about the customer journey and one is about the employee journey in a contact center. Yeah, because both are important. Customer is important for the organization as well as his employee satisfaction, or retaining an employee, not giving him a lot of work or loading him with so much stuff is also important for the organization to run a business smooth. And so let's say this is an algorithm which this is a flow chart which I will explain in this demo. Let's first is the predictive engagement with the customers online, which I was talking about now. Let's consider we as a business, we are running some insurance company, and we are having a campaign. And in this campaign, we are going to publish some offers to customers. And this is the email which we have sent to Sarah, that we are saying, hi Sarah, this is an offer from G Insurance that you can get a better car insurance with us if you just click on this. This is a promotion we have given to her, and Sarah is very happy about it. And she has clicked it, the email link, and it goes to the website. And this is the G Insurance website, where she is very excited to know how come her car insurance she's getting in such a big offer. And then she comes here, she's happy, she's clicking on get a quote. Yes, it means like she's ready to buy. So it feels like she would like to get a quote and know how this product and what is the benefit she can get it from it. And then she comes, she's looking, but she's not finding it. She's not that educated to find the right product, because she wants something to know upfront and pay and get the product. She cannot spend some time, so she keeps searching something, like she keeps writing car insurance, I'm not getting the product. So here the moment Sarah have hit the website, our algorithms start running. We will see the pulse of Sarah, like how excited she is, with what she wants, and what she's looking for, and is she really struggling to find something. We are afraid whether we can even lose her because she's not getting the product she's looking for. And then that is where we're gonna talk about this particular algorithms. You can see this is the algorithm which runs in the backend as soon as Sarah comes into our website. This ensured, this is how a journey is. When the moment she came in, she was excited, she was looking at the products. As the time goes on, she's not finding her product, and then things keeps falling down. Now the pulse is totally down of Sarah. We are in a situation where she can close this website at any time and she can move away. So then that is where we are going to involve the chat bots and voice bots coming into the picture. So as soon as we predict, okay, Sarah is looking for some insurance, then that's where you can see I have a automatic chatbot popping up in the website asking, hello Sarah, this is the Kate can be the chatbot name. So I'm happy, how can I help you with your insurance research? So it comes with the personalized experience. It doesn't say how can I help you, it said how can I help you with your insurance research, because you were searching something. So she feels, okay, that means like the time which I've spent all this while in the website, it's not waste. So what I was doing. because that's what our algorithm tells us. So then, yes, she says, okay, then let's see what this chatbot can do for us. And then it says, okay, it seems like you're interested in the auto insurance. How can I help you? So this is again, oh yes, she feels okay. She know the chatbot knows that I was looking for the auto insurance. So that makes sense. What can I do? And she says, okay, I bought a new car and I want to bundle the insurance. What can you do? Then the chatbots will be trained in such a way that these questions would have been already trained, that what kind of responses it should be given. And because those are all the FAQs which we normally see from the customers, and we would have already had answers built for it. That is how the AI algorithms work in the backend. So then the chatbot automatically responds with the responses. And then, yes, we feel now Sarah is a prospect. If we really, touch her in the right place, I think we can make her as a customer from the prospect. So from the employee journey, again, I would like to talk about the performance DNA. It's like, yes, we need to have a right agent who is having a right attitude, performance, and customer satisfaction. Yes, we know few people. There is also algorithm runs here, which predicts or which automatically increases the performance of agents. This is the algorithm runs in the backend in a contact center. And then we are also forecasting that agents are available at right time. Again, this is an algorithm which runs like, for example, when we know that we have launched a promotion, we make sure we have so many agents available in a contact center, so that we don't do some promotion and we do not have agents to handle those customers. Now, this is again a prediction. So whenever you launch a campaign, again, there should be an automatically you have to forecast and schedule the agents available in the flow. So which is very important when you have spent so much money in your advertisement and you do not have someone to answer your calls. Your money, it's totally wasted. So again, the algorithms of AI should be running in the backend of company as well for the employee. And you can see here, we know at particular time how many agents are available and what is the time we are expecting the customers to hit the website. Again, this is an output of an algorithm. And then this is a place where tire hits the road. So that means we are going to route Sarah's call or Sarah's interaction to a right agent who can assist her with his experience or with his knowledge he possesses. Because it's not every agent will have an insurance about all the products. There might be some special skilled agents who should be handling this kind of customer. So that we call it as predictive routing to find the best agent match. And then again, an algorithm runs. Though we have so many agents available, with the different times, then we find it out an agent called Connor who is waiting for 2 minutes, but he is having a good knowledge on auto loans. Okay, so if we map Sarah to Connor, then that means he can answer all the calls of Sarah and he can give a better suggestion to her. So even though some of the agents are available now, we will still wait for Connor. We know he will be available in next 2 minutes. It's also a prediction. And then we will keep waiting Sarah to make sure she is answered by a right agent. And then once the Connor is available, then that means okay, so he's a right agent who can sell this product to Sarah. And that's how our matching happens in the contact center. Whenever you call to a contact center, whenever you reach an agent, it's not directly we are just routing to an agent. It's like we do a lot of stuff with the data we have about you. We analyze what is your journey, what have you done and what are you doing currently with the different sources, and then we route a call to a right agent, so that you don't want to explain everything you have done before reaching to this agent. So that kind of experience, personalized experience which I was talking, is very important in this industry to have your customer for a long time. So then let's say in the scenario both are talking and she has so many questions and he's a best agent who can answer her questions, and because he's already expert, that's what our algorithm predicted, because Connor knows everything about the auto insurance, right? And also when it comes here, Connor still have some questions, like he cannot answer everything. For example, if Sarah is going to ask some legal questions about, can she involve her kids, can she involve her partner as well in this insurance, then we should not, or the Connor should not, make Sarah to wait in a line, or he cannot promise like, I'll call you back, and miss the time. As I said in the initially, the timing is very important. Like you should close the deal, you should make sure you are getting the customer. So that's where in this the screen, whatever you're seeing is the agent desktop. This agent desktop, this is a conversation you see in the left side between Sarah and Connor, but in the right side the algorithm runs, which predicts from the questions of Sarah, which gives some suggestion to Connor that for this question you can give this answer, so that automatically the algorithm predicts the text whichever I have said, like it's a text analysis, and then it gives the right suggestion for the agent to talk about, because agent is a human, again he cannot remember everything. So when he gets that information, he shares that information to Sarah, and also he says that yes, this information is valid. So he's also training the algorithm in the right side, saying, yes, this is an valid information, which was helpful for me. So the agent is training the AI internally, as well as he is getting the information automatically and sharing it with the customer. So you can see where these algorithms are very useful in experiencing the customer, or, to give them the good suggestions. So this is where I have seen lot of algorithms, like at least in this example I have seen the predictive algorithm, I have seen the agent routing algorithm, I have seen the suggestion algorithms running for converting one prospect to a customer. Now everything is done, she's happy, she has got all the information, and she wants to check out. She'll read the all the information about the insurance, and she will pay the amount, and she will sign, because all the applications are developed by the enterprise, and each and everything will be saved automatically into the customer's database. So though she is from a mobile app and she was talking with the corner on a mobile phone, and she has got the information through an email, different channels, but technically from enterprise perspective, this is one customer profile. The moment we started to communicate with her, the moment she started coming back to the website, how much time we took for her, how much information a chatbot communicated with her, and how much time we took in predicting a right agent to talk with her, and to convert her to a customer. So that is what the customer experience is, because she'll be very happy if she's having such a good experience from the chatbot as well as from the agent, because agent didn't take so much time to convert her. So, and at last, we also know how Connor has performed in contact center, and we also have the information of the customer, and we also know, okay, the Connor is very good in converting into a customer, let's rate him more. So this kind of, the algorithm automatically trains itself, saying when you send 10 calls to Connor, he can convert five people to a customer. So that is again training the algorithm. And then the data is very important for the enterprise, like how many customers have come, how many customers have been converted, and who likes the new policy, whether the new policy announced by them is making some magic in the market. So everything is from the insights and the data, which is very important in the enterprise. So I think this is a real-time example which I have given to you about how a customer can be, how a product can be introduced to a customer, and how she can be converted into from a prospect to a customer. I think I have tried to explain to you in a better way, at least, to tell you where we can implement this algorithms written uh, by from this deep learnings, because deep learning algorithms have different places. And when I say deep learning, it's not so simple, because you need to have a right data scientist working on it, you need to have the right data models designed, because when you pull so much data, you should not make the database getting hanged, or you should not get some junk data and you don't know what to do with it. So it's completely dependent on a data scientist who writes these algorithms. So I have given you an example on the customer experience, whatever I had personally. So I prepared this slide considering that will really give you some idea on how this algorithms can make the life of customer easy, and how they can give more profit to the business. Yeah. I think I've covered my slides in the given time. And let's see, Mr. Arun, is it something should I talk about more, or is it fine?
Thank you so much, sir. I must mention this session was impressive and gave an insight of artificial intelligence. I hope this session has opened many areas of research in everyone's mind. Now to the question answer session, sir. Let me read out the questions from the chat box. The first question will be how AI can beneficial in the field of technology and science.
I'm sorry, I'll just hear 1 minute. How AI?
Sorry, sir. How AI can beneficial in the field of technology and science.
Okay, it's a very generic question. I'm just thinking in technology and science. As I said, I was giving you the real-time examples. I'm just wondering how to answer while I was explaining that for the last 45 minutes. But still, I'm trying to tell you the answer. It's about it's about how you handle the data, where you save your data, and in this, because a lot of organizations have changed to cloud, and when it goes to the cloud you have so much data. For example, when you ask to Siri about what is my insurance premium for the next month, Siri has to integrate with your insurance company's data, and it should fetch, and it has to give you a one word answer saying your premium is like 5,000 INR. So to just give a specific answer for the customer question, your application should be integrated with a lot of applications, and they should be ready to provide the data to you. So unless the data is being communicated with different applications and which is open, the AI implementation is a bit tough. But it's possible with giving some models, showing that as a demonstration to the organization, and it really plays a vital role. That's what I can say.
Okay, sir. Let me move on to the next question. Are all the AI applications automated?
Okay, so is all the AI applications automated? Definitely, I'll say no. We do not know what is the next thing which will be evolving in our industry. For example, we automate some services, definitely. Like we don't want to our customer to call for him to recharge his mobile phone. We don't want customer to again call in to book his flights. We automatically send him messages, and from by clicking a link, that will be diverted to the payments, and he can start paying the bills. And we have tried to automate a lot of services in many industry, but I'm still wondering whether if we have automated everything. No, because we still do not know what we are not handling. We are learning every day, and we will learn every day to give a better experience. That comes from what I can say. That comes from everyday efforts we use to, the time we spend on the data to give a better experience is what I say.
Thank you, sir. And the next question, how was about the wrong filterization of data of AI applications? What are your suggestions? I repeat, how is about the wrong filtration of data of AI applications? What are your suggestions?
No, did you say wrong filtrization?
Yes, sir. Wrong filtration.
Okay. As I said initially, we have some data lying in the system which was not utilized in the right way. Definitely, it's just tables and columns unless we are writing some algorithms over it. And wrong filterization, I cannot get the word rightly. I cannot make sure I understand that rightly. But I feel someone is trying to ask if we are using the data in the right way, or what we're going to do with the data which is not really making sense. That you will come to know when you start writing your algorithms, and when you're not getting a positive feedback from your customer. So as you get the feedbacks from your customer after writing your algorithms or providing a service, that automatically tells whether the data you have used is right or wrong. So I feel the end results after your algorithms will automatically tell you whether your logic you have used is effective or not effective. That's as simple as that.
One last question, sir. How AI can beneficial in education and healthcare?
Education and healthcare, yes.
Yes.
It's very much, it's again about the individual's interest. If they want to learn more, definitely the way they research, they automatically gain more. Or when we talk about educational, like if you mean about the educational knowledge of an individual, or education of an institutional, I don't understand from your question. But let's talk about how a guy can get educated from AI. I feel when you keep upgrading yourself, when you keep looking at what is data science, how can I become a data scientist, how can I build a data model, these things will when you start working on it, you are already in AI. So AI is something which is living with us for last 40-50 years. It's not something new, but how deep your learning on something is very important. Like last week, I have seen Miss Anita's webinar. She was talking about natural language processing, which is a key parameter in contact center. Again, I didn't talk about it today, but I have more to talk about it. So that predicts the customer pulse. So it's, again, what I'm trying to say is, yes, when you start working on these areas, you're already in AI. You're going to benefit some industry. That can be anything. That can be education or a hospital, or that can be a financial institution. But I feel you're already inside it, and there's nothing more I can say about it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes.
May I now request the technical team to please display the appreciation certificate as a token of love and affection.
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. Rajasekhar. I mean, it was a great session. I mean, it was really wonderful. No, you have been explaining with a lot of real-time examples, and I could see a lot of positive responses from the participants, and I think everyone has enjoyed the session. I think
Thanks.
thank you so much for a wonderful session. So we would like to present the appreciation certificate from our university, signed by our registrar. So kindly accept as a token of appreciation. So
Thank
this letter will be sent to your email by the end of the day. Yeah. So
Thank
this is
you.
the appreciation letter. So thank you once again for accepting our invite and taking this wonderful session. Thank you.
Yes, and I really thank everyone for joining, and again thank everyone who has organized this. I hope I have not rushed this session, because I am not used to speak with the open public, but I've tried to give my inputs from the experience, from the technical experience I possess. So you can always reach out to a lot of big giants in the market, like you have Genesis, Cisco, Avaya, who's already doing so much research in AI for giving a better experience to the customer. And it's very open. They have so many demos, they have so many documents published. There are a lot of algorithms already open, which you can do in your own researches. So it's very open, as you say. Since it has become open, that's why everyone like me and you, everyone are talking about it. So I feel it will be a good opportunity for someone in this meeting can build some real good algorithms, and who can win the market. All the best to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. May I now request Dr. R. Kavita, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr.M.G.R. Educational and Research Institute, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening to everyone connected here. It's my pleasure to propose the vote of thanks for this international webinar on role of artificial intelligence in customer experience. First, I would like to extend my gratitude towards our Honorable President, Engineer ACS Arun Kumar, for accepting our request to conduct this webinar in a grand manner. I am also grateful to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. S. Geeta Lakshmi, our Provost, Dr. G. Gopalakrishnan, and our Registrar, Dr. C. B. Parnivelu, for their tremendous guidance and motivation. A special thanks to Dr. Malini Pandey, Joint Registrar HNDS, and Dr. S. Ramalingam, Joint Registrar Phase 2, Dr. S. Manivannan, Dean Phase 2, and Dr. V. N. Rajavarman, Deputy Dean Phase 2, for being the pillars of support. I would like to thank our HOD, Dr. A.R. Arunachalam, for his constant encouragement, and Mrs. V. Vijayalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, for conducting this event successfully. I would also like to thank Mrs. V. Vidya, Assistant Professor, Computer Science Department, for creating the video profile of today's speaker. I would like to thank our beloved speaker, Mr.Y.Rajasekhar, Senior Information Technology Developer, NORDEA, Sweden, wholeheartedly for accepting our invitation at such a short notice and deciding to support us even this crisis. It was really a knowledgeable and an enriching session. I would like to say a big thank you to the faculty members and all other participants for joining us from all over the world. We are excited to see the enthusiasm you all have shown. Keep supporting us by connecting to all our future programs. Stay safe. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. For the participants, please do not forget to fill up the feedback form. The certificates will reach you by maximum of 3 working days. You will definitely receive the certificates once you fill the feedback form. I see in the comment section asking for the presentation. We have it in our policy that the speaker's presentation is not shared, but this video is available in our YouTube channel. The name of our YouTube channel is Dr.M.G.R. University Phase 2 Digital Learning. I repeat, the name of our YouTube channel is Dr.M.G.R. University Phase 2 Digital Learning. This video can be viewed from our channel. It is available throughout, and also please do not forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you so much participants for your support and love. Until next time, stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Dr.M.G.R.Educational and Research Institute, University, Mother Chennai.